Yes, ma'am.
Are you in favor of reducing foreign aid?
Well, that's a great thing. Somebody asked me a while ago, kind of right there. They ain't gonna balance the budget. Well, let's put it this way. My mother was going to catechism. I'm a colloquial person, okay? And so the nuns come over and they want to tell my father about tithing. My father was a great man. He was a war hero, served Colonel Patton during World War II, chased him all the way across Europe. So they finally killed him. Not my father, General Patton. But he told the nuns, he said, as soon as I have clothes and feed my own, you're welcome to anything that's left. It's the same way with the United States. Take care of our own first. If we've got a little bit left, let's share it with the others and pull back the reserve to stabilize the economy of the United States. I am not in favor of handouts to other nations, especially those that don't like us.
Any more questions?
Oh, come on now. Yes, ma'am.
What's your position on fair tax?
If I had to vote, I was in Congress, I would move the bill to pass through as quick as possible. The fair tax, there's two different ways, fair tax and flat tax. Many I've worked all over the world. I've been into different countries that have both systems and our system. And then you have other systems where you have no tax at all. They just take everything you got. One like Norway and Sweden. Is that, to me, the flat tax is best because everything that you do from the onset of the first sale is where you generate your income. And then everybody pays according to what you're buying. In other words, a poor person would buy a Chevrolet and a richer person would buy a Lexus. But the tax system, if you buy a $50,000 car, he buys 10, he's going to pay 25% on 50,000, they're going to pay 25% on 10,000. That's my sense.
How do you do that?
We have term limits called right to vote. But John Stuart and J.C. Watt said it best. The longer you're in Congress, the more susceptible you become to the corruption, to the graft, and becoming a criminal. For me, I would say 3 terms, much like we do in the state of Ingleside. We have a term limit. And we pull back after 3 terms. I believe Mayor said, I think it's 3 terms. Then we pull back for a year or a term. And then if the person that replaced you wasn't doing the job, they go back in if that's what the citizens want. If you've got a good person in office really doing the job, I'd hate to see them come out. But but to be up there too long, I believe that you'll succumb finally to the corruption of the system in Washington, D.C. So term limits are definitely on my slate. And likely, good Lord mentioned to be 3 terms of it. I'm back on. Our chief people put out that I was dishonorably discharged from the United States Marine Corps. Oh, by the way, I've got to tell you, I'm a combat Marine and proud of it. Vietnam, 1968. And she said, Willie, when people disparage you or they talk bad about you in public service, one, they're probably running scared. They're afraid of it. Second of all, she said, think of Sarah Palin. Whatever they do to me, they've done 100,000 times to her. Or to Deborah Medina. They do it to everybody that seems to be moving or pushing against the elite. Because, like Willie Vaden, he's not polished. I can live on Ocean Drive. I'm a millionaire. I started, picking cotton and worked my way up. There's nothing wrong with working 10, 12, 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, if that's what you choose to do. Unfortunately, the United States government takes 36, 39% of it. And then when you move into a capital gains tax, everything you earn over that period, under the Democrat administration, are trying to move it to 38, 39%. So after you work and save and build something up all your life, not only do they take it 36%, then they're going to take 40% when you sell your company. So that's why people go broke. You actually earn money going broke. Isn't that amazing? We don't want you to have a viable business. We want you to go broke so you can take it off your taxes. You don't want that. What you want to do is allow people to get out there and remove some of the regulations, drop some of this down. And second of all, Rick Perry did something he brought up. He talked about secede. One, Texas is not going to secede. I would much rather see us think about it. They really gap to Texas is divided into 5 states, which is in our Constitution, our contract with the United States when Texas joined the Union. We would then have 10 senators, equal amount of U.S. House of Representatives. We'd have a lot more clout. We do not want to succeed. I was down in Puerto Rico twice during a movement down there, and then somebody woke up and said, well, if we succeed, where are we going to get our welfare? Because you see, Puerto Rico is basically a welfare country. It receives $1 billion a month of your money because there's no jobs there. It's a beautiful country. It's a beautiful place. There's just no work there. And then they thought of something unique because it was a tax-free Commonwealth of the United States. Tax-free. They didn't tax anything. You had Libby down there, Johnson & Johnson. You had M&M. You had Mars bars. You had all the people down there. So they said, well, we're not getting enough money. Let's tax them. Guess what? They all left. They all went down to one of the other Caribbean islands. So that's the way it is. You tax businesses, they leave. And I'm pretty stout about trying to tell people that I want you to become responsible, self-responsible. It's your job. I mean, I'm 60, next month I'll be 62 years old. No, I know I look 40, but I'll be 62. And I don't plan on the government to give me a dime. I just found out, I got my little green envelope. Ever y'all get that little white envelope with green writing on it? It's called Social Security Administration. Now, I say I've been working, I got another 50 years. Well, next year will be 50 years. I've been working. They informed me that I can't retire at 65. I can junior retire at 62, 64, 65. Now they've moved up my three-quarter retirement to 66, and full retirement, I got to go all the way till I'm 70. Now, some of you out there are born before 48, or some of you born after 48, if the progression of me not receiving my full Social Security for me is already at 70, boy, that young fellow right there on Christi, you're going to be 97 years old before you can get there. Because remember, the Social Security system was meant at 65, the average living span was 62. You mean people need to die because the system can't take care of you. This is the first year that the Social Security is paying out more than it's taking in, and you're going to pay the bill. I'm going to finish. In a few more months, I'm done. I can get out here and live off. I'll say I ain't got a job. I can draw welfare because I put my money away, and I invested in precious metals and offshore foreign oil stock. Duh. I mean, you see what the government's doing to you, and you really pay attention, and you get tired. How many of you folks been at HEB lately? Not every one of you, right? Y'all know what's coming, don't you? I was standing in line, there was a kid there, a young lady, man, with a couple kids like you right here. They were pushing the cart, they had ice cream, water, Coke, chips, and dips. $31.96, can't get it. Pull out the long car and swipe that burger. There wasn't no ham and cheese, there wasn't no ribs in there, there wasn't no steaks in there, there wasn't no rice, no beans, no tortillas, no bread, nothing. My wife called it sweet pie cupcake. Then after they did that, she said, I need a carton of Marlboro. The carton of Marlboro goes $57. They had $57 to buy cigarettes, but they used welfare to buy their kids ice cream and candy. The welfare system and the Lone Star system, when I was going through, we helped poor people in inside with commodities. The Catholic Church run the system, great faith-based initiative. The Christian Baptist Church, the Methodist Church, everybody did that, took turns, helping the people. Now you get a Lone Star card, you can have to go there and use that sucker and say, oh, I can't pay my electric bill, got to get $100. Then turn around and hand $100 to your boyfriend back, he buys beer with it. That system has to change today. That's a state issue. But I'm going to be in Washington, it's going to be up to y'all to run the House of Representatives and stop that garbage today because it's your money. You earned it. They didn't. Now, if people really need it, you can bet them. But if they pull up